Hello everybody out there, and welcome back here with the future once again to another retro showcase and review. And for my 1500 subscriber special, I am going to do a retro showcase and review here on the 1977 Shogun Warriors by Mattel Godzilla action figure. This thing stands 24 inches, so it's a giant size action figure, and it has the firing claw. It has the fire breathing tongue that is always missing from these figures. They're highly collectible, made by Mattel Shogun Warriors for that line. And I will have a little bit more information on the Shogun Warriors line and stuff like that as we get into looking at him. But it's just amazing. I have to thank my friend, the action figure Jedi Thaddeus, for hooking me up once again. When I found out that he had this, I thought it'd be perfect for my 1500 subscribers special video here. I wanted to do something special after hitting the 1500 subscriber mark, and this 1977 Shogun Warriors Godzilla by Mattel is perfect. One of the first Godzilla figures ever produced over here for the United States market. Huge Godzilla fan. I have a lot of Godzilla DVD and VHS. I actually have 4 VHS sitting out here behind him too. Just for a little backdrop. But yeah, I cannot wait to check this out and show everybody the 1977 Mattel Shogun Warriors Godzilla giant size action figure here. I think it stands 24 inches if I'm correct. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but from the information I gathered, they had 24-inch size figures, and this was in that line. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who subscribed lately, dropped any comments, left any feedback. I really appreciate all the support. I'm glad I finally hit 1,500 subs, and like I said, when I hit, probably when I hit 2,000 subs, I'll have to do something else special, dig something else special up to do a special video on. But yeah, thanks for all the support here, and I hope everybody enjoys checking out this giant size Shogun Warriors Mattel Godzilla action figure from 1977. Let's check it out. Okay, everybody, so here he is in all his glory. It is the 24-inch Mattel Shogun Warriors Godzilla action figure from 1977. And there he has the firing claw, and the tongue does work. I will point out some flaws on this figure, but overall, he's looking pretty freaking sweet, man. Just like the giant movie monster himself, the king of monsters. You know, I love it because it really depicts, you know, the guy in the suit Godzilla. The Godzilla that I love, you know, when it's just a guy stumbling around in the big suit. And, man, this thing is highly collectible, highly sought after. I've actually saw the American Pickers pick one of these guys up. I've also saw him on other shows as well, being brought. I think I've seen him brought into like Pawn Stars and stuff, but I'm not exactly sure. But I know I saw him on American Pickers. Big fan of that show, and I know I saw him on there. So yeah, I mean, if they're going to show him on there, you know this guy is highly collectible. You can see he's missing one of the claws on his feet. That's the only thing that this guy really is missing. And the tab on the back that's always missing, like completely, where you can't even activate the tongue, actually is there enough that you can get the tongue to activate there. As you can see, he has the fire breathing tongue, and we will demonstrate the claw as well here in a bit. And of course, he has the rolling feet. I think there were like 3 different color variations of him too. It's hard to depict the color on this guy unless we get him into some good light, because with the detailing, you know, in the scaling of him, when you spin him around, he kind of gets shadowed out on the camera a little bit. But the face is the classic, you know, Godzilla face. Gotta love that. And you can see it's made of like a hollow plastic, like they took two pieces and, you know, connected them right together there for the head, and then the body as well. So it's like 2 pieces. If you broke this guy in half, he's like 2 halves, and he'd be like hollow on the inside. He's well played with. Like, they must have played with him, you know, quite a bit. But still, for 1977, it's in tremendous shape. And just a little bit about the Shogun Warriors. If you don't know, the Shogun Warriors were the main characters of a line of toys licensed by Mattel during the late 1970s. They were a series of imported Japanese toys based on several anime and tokusatsu shows featuring giant robots. I hope I pronounced that right. They were originally manufactured in 3 sizes: the 24-inch plastic versions, which were these, the 3.5-inch die-cast metal versions, and the slightly taller but much more detailed 5-inch die-cast versions. Several vehicles were also offered in the line, and as well as a set that could be put together to form a super robot, Combatra, which would be really cool to have. But towards the end of the line, Mattel proposed the inclusion of plastic toy vehicles for the 3.5-inch figures to ride in exclusively in the United States. But also, in addition, 2 giant movie monsters were made from the Toho company. And that was Godzilla himself right here and Rodan. Some Super Sentai toys were also adapted for the line as well. But, you know, similar to other toys around that time in the 1970s, the Shogun Warriors came under scrutiny over the safety concerns regarding their spring-loaded weapons. And they had, you know, a lot of concerns that children might launch weapons and hit other children or pets in the eyes, for example. There were also risks that small children might choke on small plastic pieces and missiles and whatnot that came on a lot of these. But the only thing on this one was the firing hand, and that had to be a safety concern for, you know, safety regulators on toys then. But wow, this thing can fire like quite a bit away, and now since I gave a little bit of a write up there on the Shogun Warriors, we will check out the little mechanism here, especially the firing hand. Here's the VHS, by the way, behind here. Godzilla vs. Monster Zero and Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster. Those were both from 1966, so 11 years before this figure was released. And then Godzilla vs. Gigan from 97, which would be 20 years after it. And then Godzilla 2000, which was released in, I think, in 99. But, you know, obviously he's made to represent the Godzilla that we see there, you know, versus the Sea Monster in 66. So, like I said, they did a hell of a job. Here is the fire-breathing tongue. And they couldn't actually have him breathe fire, but they could have him have this tongue mechanism come out. And you can see there's flames on the tongue. Any wrestling fans, very Bam Bam Bigelow-like. But very cool. And you can see the wrists here rotated 360. Even whenever he didn't have the firing mechanism, the wrist still rotated. And like I said, there were the rollers on the feet. And you can see down here, 1977, Toho Company Limited, USA. And over here you had the same thing, 1977 Toho Company Limited, USA. You can get repo parts for these too. And like I could probably correct that claw there if this was mine. If Thaddeus is interested, you can get repro parts. But nonetheless, that's the claw there. There should be one there too. And then the broken off tab here it sticks out about this far when you have the actual tab on here, which you can get repro tabs. A little tricky to fix, but since this one actually does work still though, even though the tab's broke, I wouldn't even go through the trouble there. And also his tail, although it's kind of firm here, it does rotate 360 as well. You can have his tail, you know, whipping around on other figures and stuff. It's going to be kind of cool to set up some figures here for a size like some 3 3/4 inch here in a minute. Like, I'm actually going to do that here in a bit by the end of the video. Set up some 3 3/4 inch and see if I can shoot them down with the old claw. But just for a little example on the claw here, let's shoot these VHS. Why not? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, boom. And I hope it didn't ruin my VHS. Let's check the damage out. Nope, no damage. So, like, you know, if you're not gonna, you know, hurt a VHS from that distance, then you're definitely not gonna really hurt a kid that much. But, you know, I could see the safety concerns on firing it off. But here's what it looks like Fired off outside. Nice hit on the VHS, a little bit harder there than I thought it would be, so I'm glad it didn't hurt Godzilla versus Gigan there. Kind of funny. Let's put it back in now and fire it off again, but not at the VHS this time. Okay, so here I have them set up just to fire it off, you know, towards my couch. So let's go. Boom. Pretty good. I think I got that on camera. Not sure. I'm going to set up some like figs and see if we can shoot them down with this thing. Okay, so now I have a couple G.I. Joes for him to fire on, and let me put them both together so we can make sure we can get a hit on these guys, because I know it's going to hit him pretty good. So let's do it from behind here, from behind the shoulder of Godzilla, and see if I can pull this one off. I know it's going to hit him. Let's see what happens. I got to hit the button down first, though. Oh, we got one of them out of there, so that was pretty cool. Took him right out. Alright, so I have them set up again here. We're going to see if we can hit these guys from behind. And hopefully they don't, you know. Well, they're going to be able to get hit here because I'm going to have them shoot it right off the table. Let's see what happens. There we go. That was a good one. So pretty sweet mechanism there. I can see how kids could have a lot of fun with that. Okay, so yeah, Godzilla has pretty much disposed of the G.I. Joes. I got a little pose going on here. He's got this one by his leg. And this guy here, he's about ready to meet his doom. But yeah, pretty sweet. I even thought about breaking out the old helicopter and trying to shoot down the helicopter with the claw. Let's try it. Okay, so it's pretty cool if you have, you know, a chopper here like this. You can kind of recreate, you know, him fighting the chopper. So that's kind of like what it would look like here. And come into Godzilla and get taken out. But I want to set it up so I can shoot it down. So if we have the copper over here battling them, Godzilla could, boom, drill the copter just like that. So that's pretty cool too. So I thought that was cool to show with the copter there too. And I don't think I've showed actually when I actually put this back in. Sometimes it's not the easiest to get back in there, but he fit in there pretty good that time. But yeah, what a figure. Just so much fun. All kinds of things you could imagine. Just a great toy from 1977 from Mattel for the Shogun Warriors line. It is the 1977 Mattel Shogun Warriors Godzilla. And this retro showcase and review is in honor of 1,500 subs. If you like what you saw here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment down below. Give me a like if you like what you see. But yeah, here's a little bit of Godzilla more in the lighting here to end this off. But yeah, big thanks to the Action Figure Jedi for letting me check this out. Actually, it was his son, Anakin, who really pointed this out to me. So shout out to Anakin and Archer because they like to watch my videos as well. But what a cool figure here. Just missing that claw is all, and that tab on the back. But yeah, until next time, guys. Till next time, keep watching. We have a lot more stuff on the way. And as always, keep collecting, and peace out.